Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Christian Adventure Gamer. My name is Daniel, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing video of Talisman. Not just any Talisman, this is Kingdom Hearts Talisman. So this has got some playable characters like obviously Mickey Mouse, Goofy, Donald Duck, and Sora. But there's some other content in here. And if we look at the back of the box, it says there's over 250 game components. So there's a lot in here, and it's done by the OP, which is also licensed by the OP from Games Workshop to do the Talisman games, since they've done all the Talisman games. And so let's crack this open and see what comes inside. So first thing I want to do is break some of the seal here. And I like the matte finish on the box. The artwork is definitely beautiful on this thing. The back of the game box is what really enticed me. If you look at the game board on this box, see how vibrant colors? And I also noticed that there's some gloss finish to the actual Talisman, and then this trim around here. And then same way, Kingdom Hearts, Disney, the trim, and the words Talisman all have that gloss finish. Nice matte finish there. It's for ages 13 and up, for 2 to 6 players. And so one thing I know about this new system of Talisman is that they changed some of the rules to help make it a speedier game. So hopefully, you can play under 45 minutes. I just played Talisman with some friends, like the actual 4th edition, revised edition, last weekend, and we played 4 players, and it took us a good 3 hours or so, and that was without any extra expansions, just because we were combating each other a lot and dying and stuff. So, all right. But I love the Talisman system, and so I was very excited when I seen the Kingdom Hearts. I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of the idea of Disney making an RPG. So let's open this box up. We have the rule book, first thing. That's good. The rule book is not very big, actually. And the words are actually easy to read. They're big letters, easy to read, and that's good, especially with my eye. I just had surgery on it, and so reading is very difficult sometimes. So I'm very excited about that. And there's not a whole lot of pictures. There's just a bunch of symbols for tokens and cards and stuff, and that's good. Didn't have to waste a bunch of pages trying to put dragons and other things, kind of like the rule book for the revised 4th edition. They actually have health trackers. Now this is awesome. I wish the other Talisman actually had these. So what I might do is when I play the other Talisman, I may actually steal these, because there's actually 6 here. So 1 for each player. We have various tokens. So these little star tokens, I'm not sure what those are. So I want to take another look at the tokens and pop them out. So let's do that right now. So pretty good, pretty easy. One's just rolling away. All right, so I'm going to put these together and see how hard they are. Pops out really nice. Look at that. Let's see. Let's put those together, okay? So I'll take one of these. One of these. Actually, I'll take one of each, but first things first, so I'm going to pop that out. I'm going to take red. So it looks like red goes... Nope. So this will go to the back. Come on. There we go. And this will go on top, like so. And that will just pop in place, theoretically. There we go. And we have a tracker that moves. Make sure it's snapped together correctly, yeah. So let's get another one of each. So we're going to put the blue on now, so pop this out. So I need the... Oh, I got one of each. Or two of the same. So let's get 2 out. All right. So there we go. There's that. And this. And pop that on. Boom. Look at that. So we got two. And so as I look at this, it doesn't feel like very good quality. And so what I'm thinking about doing is actually laminating both this and the spin dial, because I can see it getting wore out soon, because it just doesn't feel like very good quality. I guess I'm very surprised with the lack of quality from the op in this game. It looked beautiful, and like obviously these trackers make sense functionally like this, but they don't feel like it's very good quality. It feels like cheap cardboard, which is sad because it's a Disney product. And bada boom, bada bing. There we go. So I don't know if I will laminate it or not. If I laminate anything, it'll just be this black board and these and just right on top. But yeah, that's the dials. And this is the game board. Well, it's a massive board. So I'm gonna move this box out of the way. Oh no, the box is split. Look, the box came split. So I'm gonna try to write the op maybe, and looks like it was taped together. Huh, I'll be darned. It was taped together. Well, that is so weird that they would have taped it together. I mean, it's just a box, but I wonder if they'll send me a new box or something, because that's just, I can't believe someone broke it in the factory and then taped it. That's just dumb. All right, well, move that aside for a second. Oh my gosh, there we go. Now look at this board. Oh my goodness, there's so much detail on this thing. It's huge. I'm glad they didn't try to skip on the size of the board. So I can just, there we go. Look at that board. I'm going to push the camera back a little bit just to get this down on the table. Man, look at that. That's nice. All right. So let's see some of the locations, okay? And so Disney Castle. Wonder if that's supposed to be like the village. Then we have Schoolhouse here. Hollow Bastion on that corner. We have Destiny Island on that corner. Over here we have the Keyblade Graveyard. Okay. So I'm trying to see where. So from here to here is the crossing point. So where's the crossing point from here into this? Because oh, there it is, from here. This is Battle of 100 Heartless, and it goes into the Wonderland. So that's where you can cross. So I wonder if you have to battle something there. And then from here to here, like in Talisman, you needed to pass a test to get in there. So I'm guessing you'll have to as well. Looks like you might. And then in order to enter here, you had to have the Talisman. So I wonder if it's a key instead of a talisman in this game. Alright, so let's look at the miniatures that come with it. Agrabah in that corner. Moonstro, which is it's Moby Dick there. I think it's not Moby Dick, the big whale from Pinocchio. So this looks like Sora. I'm not sure who this is yet. Another person. King Mickey. He's gonna be fun to paint. Another person, not sure who they are. I'll find out eventually though, because their cards are in here. Somebody else with a giant key. Here is Donald the Duck. And then Mulan is one of the characters. I wonder if I can have other expansions in here. I'd like to see the Cloud in Sephiroth in this. That's an expansion. That'd be great. Because I think Square Enix also owns the license for the game. Someone else. And then Sir Goofs-a-Lot. Goofy. Alright, so let's zoom in a little bit. So they're going to give us some little tabs for the spinners, for the trackers. Some yellow gemstones. Not really sure what those are for, but we'll find out together. So we'll open up this trusty, handy-dandy rules manual. Those are called money. M-U-N-N-Y. Haha. 30 muni, or money, representing the money and valuables characters use to purchase cards. So basically it's the gold. And then there should be 6 dice. Right there, 6 dice. And then the one symbol is the crown. Alright, so then let's open up this. All right. So, I'm assuming that you could possibly use these characters in the actual Talisman game. Here's a special ability. This is Tura. Special ability says you may change your die result by 1 in Traverse Town or a mystical house. If Aqua or Ventus are in play, add 1 to your strength or your sword. While you hold a Keyblade, if you, as a result of combat, you have just lost a life, roll a die. If you roll a 4, 5, or 6, you did not lose a life, though you still lost the combat. It says your strength is 5, magic is 1, health is 4, and you start with 3 fate. So the star tokens are fate tokens. Okay, so that's what they did. I like the back of these. I think it's nice. The stock is okay. They're kind of fraying at the end of the card. Not only because of the way I opened up the pack, but all I did was, like, I barely have a fingernail. All I did was just rub it against it so I could pop it and open it. So I don't know if that caused that or not, or it's just, low quality parts, which I'm wondering if it is. So you have followers and objects. So the one thing that's different between this and Talisman, the actual board game, is Talisman actually has like your strength, mystic, I think is what they call it, or psychic power. And they would have had life and they would have had gold. And on the bottom they still would have had the objectives and followers, but the objectives were on the left and followers on the right, if I remember correctly. We have Sora. We have a Heartless. Basically, it's like the frog in Talisman. Looks like Jiminy Cricket or something gone crazy. Sora's special ability says you may roll 2 dice in combat and use the higher one to determine the combat score. So basically, he's like the warrior from Talisman. And so in Talisman, I think there came with enough frog cards in case everyone got turned into a frog. We have Donald Duck. Great artwork, though, by the way. It says special abilities. You do not need to fight Heartless on a gummy path. If you are on a gummy path, instead of rolling a die, you may move to any other gummy path space in the same region. So I'm not sure what a gummy path is, and I'm sure we'll find out as we get to play. Yep, there's one. You can't really see it. It's on the other side, so I wonder if there's some over here maybe. Nope. So there's one here and the one on the other side. And so, oh, there's one on this side. And then, oh, here's 2. 1, 2. So that's what it means, gummy paths. And I noticed that these have a card symbol on them. So I wonder if that means that you would draw a card. And then over here, on Neverland, there's 2 card symbols. The one thing that I wish they would have done that was similar to Talisman is that it was either a space or another space after the starting city, that there was a spot where there was a well where you could draw 2 cards, and then that would be the entrance of the dungeon when you put the dungeon expansion on too. So, and here's Zion. I think that's how you pronounce it. His special ability says you may begin the game with 1. Looks like a mage hat or something card. So I wonder if it's like a spell card or something. We have Aqua. And that says there, you can choose to make a lucky charm for a character, healing them for 1 in exchange for 1 gold or 1 money. Anytime you land on a traverse town or mystical house, you may choose to move to an adjacent space of your choosing. If Terra or Ventus are in play, add 1 to your, looks like magic, which has been psychic ability in Talisman. Raikou, I think that's how you pronounce it. You do not lose life when traveling through a corridor of darkness. You may re-roll your die roll in Hollow Bastion or Destiny Island. Here's another Heartless. They should all be the same. You have a Goofy. He's really frayed. I'm pretty sure I didn't do that. I don't know if you can actually see that or not. On the edging. Well, that's Goofy. It says you always have an automatic shield. If, as a result of combat, you have just lost a life, roll a die. If you roll a 5 or 6, the shield protected you and you did not lose that life, though you still lost the combat. If Donald Duck is in play, add 1 to your magic. Here's Mulan. You may add to your magic to your strength in combat. You may add your magic to your strength in combat. You may not use the Dream Rod in combat, but you may use it to trade for a gummy ship. If Mushu is your... I'm not sure what that symbol means, like a little star. So I'm not sure what that is. Add 1 to your magic. If you lose Mushu, you lose this bonus. Oh, okay, it's follower. There's a follower down at the bottom. Okay, that's what that means. That's his symbol. So if Mushu is your follower. Another Heartless. Right there we have 3 so far. Here's another one. 4. So 4. So okay. We have K-Rai or Carrie, maybe. she says you begin the game with one magic hat card. So I'm assuming that's a spell card. During the game, you always have at least one spell card. Whenever you use your last remaining spell card, immediately draw another one. So she's kind of like the priestess, I think it is, in Talisman. We have King Mickey. I'm surprised they don't just call it Mickey Mouse. King Mickey. You begin the game with 2 spell cards. During the game, you always have at least one spell card. Whenever you lose your last remaining spell card, immediately draw another. You always have Kingdom Key D in your possession, which is a Keyblade. And he has 5 magic, 2 strength, 4 health, 3 fate. So I assume that the magic system works the same way as the Talisman game, where you have to have at least 3 to get a spell card, and then 3 and 4 you still only have 1, but then then maybe 5. Maybe it's 4 and 5 you're able to have 2, and then 6 or more you can only have 3. And we have Ventus. It says, you always have extra armor. If as a result of combat you have just lost a life, roll 1 die. If you roll a 5 or 6, the armor protects you. You can skip your turn and lose 1 strength to return to your starting quota of 4 health. If you are on the same space as Terra or Aqua, add 3 to your strength roll for combat rolls on that space. So I wonder if you can combat other people in this game. Because in Talisman, you can combat other players to try to steal something they have. So there's those. Well, there's some fraying on the bottom side too. So quality of the components are not very good. I mean, the cards feel nice, but I just opened this and there's fraying on the bottoms, which I know I didn't do. I was worried that maybe I did something when I opened it from the side, but I'm assuming maybe I didn't either because Goofy's pretty frayed. So if I kind of push him up, you can kind of see on the card. See how that white is there? That's where the fraying is. So there's a few packs of cards here. So okay, there's a magic hat card. There's some kind of potion card, and then there's this. I'm assuming this is the adventure card. So it's Chip and Dale as a follower. And there's a little symbol there on the corner too. It shows you the follower. But Chip and Dale. We have Huey. Chip and Dale. There's Dewey. And guess what? There's Louie. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And there's Mushu. It says here, while Mushu is in your follower, it says while Mushu is your follower, the following apply. You gain 1 strength, you gain 1 magic. You will lose these bonuses if you lose Mushu as a follower. And then they have Tinkerbell. Have Simba. Dumbo, Bambi, Dalmatian Puppy, Dalmatian Puppy, Dalmatian Puppy, Dalmatian Puppy. I wonder if there's like 100 of those. I'm not going to show you all of them. There's a keyhole. It says a keyhole. Place 4 fate tokens here. When revealed, you may return 1 token to supply per visit to use the keyhole to gain 1 life. When all 4 fate tokens have been returned to the supply, discard the keyhole. Treasure chest. Treetops, raft provision, so you can get a raft. Accessory shop, Trinity jump. Alright, I'll just turn it this way. I'll zoom in too. Trinity jump, Trinity charge, Trinity ladder, Trinity push, detect. There's Phil. Perdita and Pongo. Genie, there's the genie. A white mushroom. Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. Hey, look, there's Merlin. Maleficent. There's Oogie Boogie. Jafar. So I wonder if you have to battle these guys. It says Jafar looks into his scrying ring. Each time a player lands here, they must roll 1 die. 1, become heartless for 3 turns. 2, lose 1 life. 3, lose 1 magic. 4 to 6, teleport to Agrabah. Stranger villain. So I wonder if you can fight these guys. So there's numbers on the bottom of them. Combat. Resolving combat. It says combat occurs when a character encounters an enemy. No, this just says villain, it doesn't say enemy. The type of combat is determined based on the statistic, strength, or magic indicated on the enemy card. Combat against enemies is resolved in the following steps. Evade, spell, so same setup. Okay, so we have Jafar, we have Hades, Ursula, the Darkness, Jiminy Cricket, it says event, Princess Wish, Angel Heartless attack. Yep, Angel Heartless attack. So it's an event. There's another event. There's an enemy. Okay, so it's going to take 1. Is that 1 or a 7? It's kind of hard to tell. It looks like it's a 1. It looks like it could be a 7. Because 1 just seems like it'd be too weak. There is a shadow heartless roaming this area. It will remain here until it is defeated. So let's go back and look at the combat and see how that works. Here's a combat example. Zion has a dream sword in addition to the dodge. Oh, let's go back one more. Okay, combat. Evade, spells, ask for aid. If another character is on the same space, the attacking player may ask for help to defeat the enemy. Attack roll. The active player rolls 1 die and adds the result to the character's strength or magic, depending on the type of combat it is occurring. Enemy attack roll. Another player now rolls a die for the enemy attack roll and adds this to the enemy's strength or magic. This total is the enemy's attack score. Compare attack scores. Okay. So I would assume that's a 1. It's kind of hard to tell. So there's a Shadow Heartless, Shadow Heartless, Shadow Heartless, Shadow Heartless. Okay, that is definitely a 2, and this is Dark Ball Heartless. There's another 2. There's a 3. Soldier Heartless. And then there is a Air Soldier Heartless. That's a 4. So this game doesn't seem very difficult, because I know, like, if you draw a dragon, you know that's I think a 9 plus the roll. So that's quite a bit. Alright, so then we have these spell cards here. Actually, I'm going to open up this to see if there's other types of cards in it. Oh, yes, there is. So let's kind of shuffle through the back of them. So there's some cards like that. And there's some cards that are like this, which are all adventure cards as well. So. Here, okay, here's a 6. And this is a Dark Side Heartless. You have Invisible Heartless. So that kind of looks like a dragon of some sort. Or a lizard or something. And that's a 7. There's a wizard. He's 3 mystic. Red Nocturne. Nocturne. So there are some magic foes. A 10 magic foe. Woo! A green Requiem. That guy's gonna be hard to take on. I'll show you. We have money, so object, more money. It actually says money, like bunny, but money. Money. Double money. It's like finding 2 bags of gold. A gummy ship. Dream sword. Dream shield. Dream rod. A ribbon. Protect chain. Inferno band. Obsidian ring. As I'm going through these cards, I can feel that they're not very good quality. So I'm definitely going to want to put card sleeves on these cards, because I can tell by the feel of them that they're not very, they're not good quality, just by the feel of them. So I have Ether, Brave Warrior, a tent, a camping set, a cottage, potion, elixir, library books, and our nut. So I'm wondering if you can combat other players in this. Game setup. It says combat occurs when a character encounters an enemy. So that stinks. Maybe we'll play some house rules on that one. Some PvP, right? Because definitely you want to battle, Mickey against Donald or something. All right, we have these cards here. These are called object cards. So like basically this is like the market deck, I think, in Talisman. So we have a gummy ship, dream sword, dream sword, dream sword, dream shield. So these are things you can buy when you go to a certain kind of market. Ribbon. Protect chain. Yep, protect chain. There we go. So I'm wondering, what do we need in order to get to the actual door to darkness? Like, obviously it's not a talisman, so it's some kind of key along with the theme of the game. Come on. There we go. So let's see what other kind of cards we got. These are all the spell cards. So these are key cards. These are the other market cards. It's Infernal Band, accessory slot pack. So basically this is like the donkey. Here, I'll show it to you. So it works just like the donkey or the mule. We'll get you an additional 4 object slots. So those will go with those. Then we have Keyblade, Divine Rose. Then we have Keyblade, 3 Wishes. We have a Keyblade, Olympia. We have Keyblade, Pumpkinhead. So Jack Skellington's key. We have Keyblade, Oathkeeper. So it looks like there's a compass on it. It looks like a compass, so I'm guessing maybe Neverland. And we have Oblivion. So it looks like maybe Hades' key or something. So then we have the spell cards. All right, Fire. Cast this spell to add 1 point of temporary strength to to any attack or defense. Fire. Cast this spell to add 3 points. So we have Fire and Fire. Okay, you have Thunder. So Thundera, that makes sense. You have Cura, so Cura. Yep, there's Cura. Yep, 4 points. You get to heal for. This spell may be cast as required. As required, it's kind of hard to read upside down. Required by casting it on yourself or any other character. Recipient is restored to their original quota of 4. Cura says a +1 extra one, so you get to go to 4 + 1. And we have Arrow and Gravity, Stop, Blizzard, Reflect, Sliding Dash, MP, Haste. Cast this spell to add 1 magic to any character. Synthesis, MP, Drain, Flash Corridor, MP. So what's Flash Corridor do? You cast this spell instead of rolling the die of your movement. It creates a corridor of darkness and enables you to teleport to any other space in the same region. Okay. MP Rage, Dodge Roll, Treasure Magnet. Okay. So based on what I've seen so far, this game is definitely cooperative. I'm not happy with the components. I mean, this tray here isn't too bad. It's probably about the best quality of all the components other than the minis. The minis are beautiful. So if you get this game, be on the lookout for, card sleeves for your cards. Double check the box, make sure it's not split upon getting. So, my thoughts are the components are nice. The cards, all the cards, even the character cards, which I have some. I have some card sleeves that I have for Descent, so I could probably cut them off a little bit because I think the Descent cards are about the same width, but just a little bit longer. I can cut them down for these so that way they don't get damaged any more than what they are. I may get rid of this insert if I do that, because they're definitely not going to fit with card sleeves because they barely fit like this. I don't think there's any other place to put them unless I put them down in here. And I guess I could put them there. Alright, so I put them there. These can go here. These I can actually take out and put them along here, but it makes more sense to keep them in the bag. The minis can go in here. Anyways, I got sidetracked. So, cards, not good quality stock. They're gonna fray easy. I need sleeves. The board is beautiful though. I love the matte finish on the board. I love the artwork on the board. I like the actual characters that it comes with. I hope that they make expansions for this game. I'm excited about that. I love the trackers. That's definitely a key piece to this game, is those trackers. But those trackers are really nice because I can use them for this game, and I can also use them for the other Talisman game that I have. Because instead of having those little cones that are very fiddly and get knocked over and make a mess, I can use those trackers for this game or for the other Talisman game that I have. So, yeah, hopefully you like this unboxing. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. I want to let you know that for this month, every video that I make and create and post, if you comment on and you are a subscriber, you are getting entered into a $20 gift certificate to Miniature Market. And no, I'm not endorsed by Miniature Market. It's just one of those websites I really enjoy shopping from because the prices are good. The other two games websites that I buy from is Game Nerds and Cool Stuff, but the main ones I actually are the Game Nerds because the prices are really good, and Miniature Market. So those are the two sites that I shop with the most, even though I do go to Cool Stuff sometimes. But none of those stores endorse me, and I'm doing that out of my own free will. I just want to make that clear, that I don't want anyone having any assumptions that I'm endorsed by anyone, and so that's something I'm going to do. So every video that I post for January 2020, if you're a subscriber and you comment on, you're going to be entered into a $20 gift certificate for Miniature Market this month. And then also, if I get to 500 subscribers, I have a copy of Everdell, the board game, to give away. So hey, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.